Naga, and you're watching RedWolf TV.
Hey guys, Tim here of RedWolf TV. Now, if you've seen the EWA 2014 Germany show, you must have definitely had a quick glance of the G-MG MG42 AEG. And here it is, in its most basic, out-of-the-box form. So this is the MG42 in its basic form, right out of the box in its separate parts. It'll come with the MG42, hopefully, its bipod, 57.92 dummy rounds with its belt, a battery-powered 1700 round drum magazine with its 7.4 LiPo battery, the wooden stock, and the tri-panel 11.1 LiPo battery. And considering I'm feeling rather generous, I'm going to show you how to put it together. First, we're going to start with 11.1's LiPo batteries and attach it to the mini Tamiya connectors. We're going to insert the rest of the tri-panel battery into the stock and fold up the rest into the gun itself. Then we just insert the stock. You can press this button here to loosen it, but we're going to keep it attached for now. Next up will be the bipod. Hold it like so. You can hook it down here if you want, but I would prefer to hook it up here. Raise this hook and insert it. There we have it. Rest it on the table for now. Next up will be the magazine. First of all, let me just throw this around my neck because I think it's super cool. Right, to open it up, you just need to lift up this handle, press this lever down, and there you have it. To insert the BBs, you just need to pull this back, wait for it to click into position, open this, and toss the BBs inside. Once you're done, just press the button, and it should reset. Now, for the 7.4 LiPo battery, just insert it into this gap, attach it to the other red cable and turn it on, but we're going to leave it off for now. Close the lid, close it together and make sure it is properly sealed. Next up would be adding the magazine to the actual MG42. You see this portion here, the bottom lip of the magazine feeding tube should be inserted like so. Slide it underneath. Then we have this hook here around this corner, this gap, and then we press this button here and it should attach. And we're done. A brief history lesson on the real steel version. The real steel MG42 is a general-purpose machine gun that was developed by the Germans and entered service in 1942. It supplemented and in some cases replaced the MG34, but in most cases they ran alongside each other right up until the end of World War II. The G-MG MG42, also known as the G-MG42, is really heavy, a little heavier than the MG34 by RWA, as it features a mostly steel body, where the feed tray cover, the charging handle, the grip, the trigger, the magazine, the sight, the barrel shroud, the bipod, the belt even, you get the gist, is made out of steel. The outer barrel, and things like the magazine feeding tube and the mock rounds are made out of plastic. Now to go over some really cool features. First, the ordinary ones that you would find, such as the adjustable rear sight and the front sight that flips up but integrates itself well when it flips down into the barrel shroud. There is also the safety, which you could find on the grip. You push it in to the left side and right now it's in safe. But once you lift up the feed tray cover and then remove the gearbox stopper, you can push the gearbox back a little bit and lift it up from its home. Look at that, the G&G gearbox. It's so incredibly smooth. Very well put together. To put it back in, just slot it like so, and then insert the gearbox stopper. Right now, you don't see the inner barrel and hop up. So to do that, you'll just need to pull back the functional charging handle, and there it is. It's like magic. You turn the hop up clockwise to increase the hop and counterclockwise to decrease, and that's where the BBs would feed. And to release it, just press this button here. And only after you release it will you be able to remove the outer barrel. What an amazing design. And you could even remove the outer barrel and have a look at the inner barrel. This is really cool. Now before we insert it, make sure the chamber is pointing upwards. Insert it through this gap, into the barrel shroud, right on until the end. That was very, very smooth. The weight, the rough and gritty texture of the steel feels amazing. Sure, the handle is a little bit wobbly and the G&G logo sticks out like a sore thumb, but everything seems like it was put together very well, and I can't wait to take it to the range and test it. And obviously we're going to chrono the thing. For the chrono test, we're using 0.2 gram 6mm BBs. It clocked in at just under 400 FPS. As you can see, we made our way to the great outdoors. It's a beautifully sunny and windy day, and we're here to look at the G-MG42 AEG and what it's like when it comes to range. There is no point in doing an accuracy test because it is a suppressive fire weapon. So we have a few targets down there and we're going to lay waste to them. All right, we're gonna hit the first left target and the magazine is on. All right. Nice, third one. All right, last one, let's get this. Woo! Yeah, there we go. Nice, all right, we're good. One thing you might have noticed is the battery dying out towards the end, which is perfectly reasonable. It is really hot outside. We've been playing with it for about an hour before we started this target practice. So just to let you know, if you want to go through the whole day, make sure you bring spare 11.1s with you. Okay, just to let you know, those targets over there, the ones closest to us, about 50 meters, the second one by itself on the ground, 60 meters, the one right at the far back towards the left, 70 meters away. I could see it trying to hit the 70-meter target, but did I? Let's go and find out. Oh wow, look at this. The grouping is not so bad from something from 50 meters away. I riddled this one with BBs here. The second target, relatively the same distance, so I expect the same result. All right, the second target, the grouping is very much the same as the first one, as you would expect. Okay, third target. All right, this was the grounded target and I only hit it the one time. I did adjust the hop so it would fly a little bit more, but since I did that, I can't hit anything that is lying on the ground, but I did hit it once. That is okay. Right, so this is the 70-meter target and I did not hit it one time. But that is strange because I know the BBs were flying this direction. I know it could hit 70 meters. So I guess I needed to spend more time trying to hit this one target. That's a shame though. The G-MG42 AEG is an exciting machine. Unfortunately, there are a couple flaws. For example, the button on the magazine will need to be turned on before you pull the trigger, and it will need to stay on. So you'll hear this zzz sound as you are shooting, and if you aren't shooting, you'll hear the grinding sound instead. The good thing about this is that it'll automatically sense when it's run out of BBs and when it needs more BBs. So the grinding will stop and continue every so often, but you'll still hear that sound occasionally. One other little thing you'll have to be wary of is removing the magazine. BBs will fall into the little crevice and you'll need to use a hex key or other things to push them out, but that requires very little maintenance. This more than makes up for it when it comes to its accuracy, consistency, range, and power. You could just lay waste to your enemies. And look how cool that is. All right, so it's a new day, I have a new haircut, and we're back at the office and we're going to conclude the G&G G-MG42 AEG. So, why did G&G manufacture the G-MG42 AEG? There is such a niche market for it. I know for a fact that World War II reenactors would be all over it, but considering how well it performed, I think it has a spot on the modern day field. We know that G&G have already entered the World War II replica scene, especially with their GM1903, but a machine gun of this caliber is on a whole different level. Their design team did an exquisite job when it comes to designing this, as it is so well thought out as well as being internally sound. If there was one thing I had to change about it, it would be the G&G logo on the left side. If they haven't already made a production model, I would beg them to either remove it or have it a little bit smaller just to make it more authentic. Aside from that, the steel body adds to its immense heft and the finishing is just beautiful. Which begs the question, is G&G stepping into Inikatsu territory when it comes to build quality? I believe they are. I think G&G are stepping up their game. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they threw another curveball and manufactured something of this quality in the near future. That's all I have to say about it, folks. Unfortunately, the G&G G-MG42 AEG is not yet on our website, but we have many other cool products at www.redwolfairsoft.com, so see you guys on the next episode of RedWolf TV. Pornstash out. Do subscribe to our channel so you can keep up to date with our latest and coolest videos.